What's going on, Raider Nation? This is your man Cliff Thornton from the Raider Fan Podcast. Another Monday, unfortunately, another loss. It seems very routine that the Raiders are gonna lose almost every week. I don't see them winning another game. I think it's in the bag. It's unfortunate, but they're not playing good. There's a new offensive coordinator. Or I will say they look a little better, but we're having the same result. I like this game more so than the other games. You take the, punt return for a kickoff at 17-17. So there's that to hang your hat on. We got 3 sacks. So the defense did play pretty good for the most part, considering that we were 2-11, we're out of the playoffs, we're out of contention for anything, but the defense kept playing. I don't like this offense. I don't think Geno Smith is the quarterback. I don't think he's good for this organization, for this team, for the scheme. I know, we got a new offensive coordinator, but he's running the same stuff because you can't put your stuff in a week. It's going to take several weeks to put your own stuff on it, but he's calling different plays, and from my understanding, when we need motion, he's tagging the motion, so, which I'm pretty sure everybody understands what I mean by that. Geno Smith going down, I know a lot of people were happy. I'm glad that he's okay. I don't want anybody to get hurt. Football is a contact sport, but seeing Kenny Picket in, I don't know what you guys thought, but I seen this team look a lot better. I seen him moving better in the pocket, the ball coming out crisp, on the target. Not all the time, but that's okay. He's a backup quarterback. He's not playing with the first team. But I will say it feels good and it looked good to see a ball actually be thrown more than 10, 15 yards. Seeing that post for a touchdown to Jackson seem hey, this is what he could bring to the table. I just want to go over stats, and I get it that different players do different things, but Geno Smith went 13 for 21, 116 yards, 1 touchdown, but was sacked 3 times. Kenny Pickett 8 for 11, 97 yards, a touchdown, and he was only sacked once. That's telling you something, that maybe Geno Smith, his time has come. Maybe he's just not that quarterback that the Raiders need. Maybe he could be best suited as a backup, but he's not a starter right now. Everything about his game is not good. He doesn't look good in the pocket. Every positive thing that he does seems like it's a lot of work. Like, we're struggling to get a first down. We're struggling to get that ball out, whether it's in the flats, whether it's in the seams, intermediate throw. There ain't nothing down the field from him. So, and when third down, it's coming, you're going to get blitzed, he holds on to the ball. His decision making is really not, it's slow. That's what it really seems like. Kenny Pickett came in, and all of a sudden it looked like a different offense. So, I don't know. I think there's a quarterback controversy. I think Kenny Pickett definitely deserves some reps with the first team, and I think AOC should go as a backup, and then Geno Smith, it's time for you to sit down and let other people, let's see what they got for the end of the season. I know that we got the first pick right now, but I'm not interested in that right now. I'm interested in now getting these younger players some reps, because that's what this should be about now. Let's be productive. Let's play some good football, but let's get some of these younger kids, some of these younger players, some experience in the NFL. Because I definitely like Jock Besh, however you want to say his last name, Beck. 6 catches for 50 yards. He led the Raiders in reception. So maybe that's an upcoming receiver. Trey Tucker, what did he get? 2-3 receptions? That's unacceptable if he's truly the number one. So this offense has no identity, and don't even get me started about the running game. I mean, Ashton Genty seems like that beast of a runner. You had 10 carries. You gave him the ball 10 times. He gets 30 yards. That's 3 yards a carry, which you want a little bit more, but you got to give this guy more than 10 carries in a game. This is just, it's unacceptable. And I get it. The offensive line is really struggling, but in order to help with that offensive line, you want them to run. You want to run the ball. You want them to run block for you. Pass blocking is a lot more difficult than run blocking. So help the offensive line by let's putting a good effort on running the ball. And we played Denver, the number 1 seed. They're gonna wrap it up with KC losing, which I know every Raider fan and I think any NFL fan except for Kansas City fans are happy to see them out of it. That means there's somebody new that's gonna represent the AFC. Denver seems like they're a strong team, and we go head to head with them. So that tells me something that there's something there with the Raiders. We are just missing, better leadership. We're missing that in-your-face type of a coach. Players are trying. You could just see that they're trying their best on the field. We got rid of some guys who weren't really doing all that well, weren't giving 100%. So here we are, sitting at the bottom of the division once again, the bottom of the league once again. At some point, you need to bring somebody in, and you have to stay with them. I don't think Pete Carroll is the guy. I'm not saying about his age and stuff like that, but he seems too nice of a guy. We need the Raiders need that hard-nosed guy, and I wouldn't be sad if you brought John Gruden back. He did really good for the Raiders in the past, and I think he can really build this program up. Although I have a feeling he's probably going to go to the Giants or somewhere else, but I really hope that the Raiders really take a look at this coaching staff and, unless they can really change the minds of everybody, change quarterbacks, go with Kenny Picket and see what he can bring. Let's see what the latter part of the season does. Let's see what these receivers could do. Let's fix the offensive line. Let's do some things to give some hope to the Raider fans for next season, not just the number 1 pick, because honestly, there's more bust as a number 1 pick than there are successful stories. So just because you have a number 1 pick doesn't mean you're going to be good. So you're going to have that great player. I mean, the best quarterback in the league ever, period, came out of the sixth round. So number 1 doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get that great quarterback. I don't know. I'm just hoping to see the Raiders just do better. I want to see progress. I want to see the progress of getting better. Let's trust the process and let's get better week in and week out. We're not doing that. We're stale. There's no identity. Are we a hard-hitting team? Are we soft? Are we a running team, passing team? Like what are we? The stigma of the Raiders were we're going to come in and we're going to play some smash-mouth football, offensively and defensively. I don't see that, and I would like to see that, but you need a coach to bring that in. Coach Pete Carroll's not that guy. He's the nice guy. He's the safe guy. He's going to, tell you everything that you want to hear, and he's going to say it in a mellow voice. This team don't need that. They need a John Gruden to get up in you and hold you accountable and call you out. So there's plenty of other coaches out there. Even bring back Jack Del Rio. He was pretty good too. But maybe, some of these younger coaches coming out of college. I mean, college and the NFL are two different things. Chip Kelly found that out quick. So, but now our season gets a little tougher. Our next game is the Philadelphia Eagles. I just want to see progress. I'd love to win the game, but I definitely want to see the team get better. And I'm very interested to see, is Kenny Pickett going to be the starting quarterback? Are the Raiders going to give him that shot? Tell me in the comments, do you think Kenny Pickett deserves a starting position? Does he deserve QB1? I think what he did in the game against Denver, I know something. I'm okay with that. Let's see what he's really about. You never know. What if he is that quarterback? What if he's that diamond in the rough and all of a sudden he's playing lights out football and we don't have to waste a number 1 on a quarterback because we have one? I still like AOC. I think he's a good quarterback. So maybe we have 2 on the roster, but we're never going to know until we're out there with a good coaching staff, good offensive coordinator, good O-line coach, good quarterback coach. We need all these things in order to find out exactly what we're going to have and what we're not going to have. So put your comments, tell me your comments. Does Kenny Pickett deserve a shot with the first team? I believe so. Does Pete Carroll, does he stay till the end of the year? Does he make it to year 2? Is he going to get fired? Tell me your thoughts. And like always, let's go Raiders.